And I have no idea why I'm on the bottom row. No idea.
Why am I there?
Who's above? Who's? Well, someone's got to be down there, innit? So
Bro, I don't mind. Just don't put me next to Ethan, bro. I'm good, man. I don't care.
All right,
So
cool.
where's
I'll
Ethan
kick
in
it
the
here.
table? Who's ahead on the table? Like,
I'm unbeaten. I just give me my respect.
Yeah, but Spurs
I'm
are
We're all unbeaten, you know.
We're all unbeaten, guys. We're all unbeaten.
Yeah, so
No,
someone's
they're not.
got wood.
They're out
Someone's
the
got wood.
Carabao. They're out the Carabao.
Yeah,
out.
But Casey, like what you like to say, like let's not talk about Champions League and Premier. You don't like to mix the two. So we're not going to mix the Carabao.
I'm undefeated everywhere. I'm undefeated everywhere.
No. We're not going to mix the Carabao with a Premier League preview prediction show.
Oh, yesterday we was doing a lot of that when it was suiting the when it suited you, man. Talk about Arsenal. We was doing all of that.
No, Case.
Never mind. Today
we're not going to do the rules. We're not going to do. We're not going to mix and match. We're not going to mix and match. It's a Premier League.
When it suits UFC, when it suits UFC. When it suits
you know
UFC.
what I'm saying? Casey, that saying was made for
Casey, man, come man, me and you chill down here, man. We're good,
bro,
man.
We're goody, bro. We're goody. I'm down here. We're sweet.
Yeah. Sure. Anyway, listen, we're back for another episode of Big Six Bands. We're joined by Guna Lee as our special guest. He has made his untimely return, which we're just so grateful for, because I'm sorry, you bought the flames and you bought the jokes, so we had to get you back again, of course. Bring back, obviously, we've got Casey, Kiz, and Ethan. We don't have Corey today, but he should be back for the roundup, I hope. Hopefully he's back for the roundup. He should be, obviously.
On United anyway, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Bun United anyway, man. So, yeah, man, of course. Like total today, I'm saying 100. I'm saying 150. What are we saying, man? What are we saying for the like total? There's already 50 people in here. We're not even 2 minutes in. So, what are we saying? What are we saying for the like total? What are we telling?
No, it's I think more like 175. But you listen, I'm being conservative.
Conservative.
I hear
1.7. I think 1.7 is fine. Chat. What we chat? Give me some figures, man. Ed, Ryan, Marcus, Nathaniel. Give me some figures. You see it, man. I'm saying 175. I'm gonna go at least though. Man, I agree with that one. No, I think you on mute.
No, I'm saying 175.
No, am I on mute?
Yeah, K's on mute.
No, I say 170, 175, because I'm gonna be on 17 points this weekend. So 170, 175. That's what I'm
Me too. I'll join you there.
Oh, really?
Using me. Anyway, listen, man. Welcome to the stream. Big up Panda Pancake in the chat as well. Big up Capone in the chat. Says I hope all is well. Big Six Pants. Big up CJ as well. You know what I'm saying. Big up E in the chat. Big up Marcus as well. He goes, you might as well do the bare chest thing, because there's already footage of you saying that Tottenham are your whipping boys. Yeah, they are whipping boys, but not this season. This is before the season started. Now they're on smoke, so it's going to be a lot closer.
Wow.
Big up Ed. Big up Marcus. Again, he says, Ethan said 4-2 last time. You got away with that because the Arsenal fans are being mad cheeky. Enter the football versus Liverpool. End-to-end football versus Liverpool, and you think you will outscore them? Suicidal thoughts, mate, as well. So a few questions are already getting into the preview, but we have a few news outlets that we got to talk about. One of them is Antony is now back and available for Manchester United. Got a lot of backlash at the moment so far. A couple mentions of Jadon Sancho as well off the back of this. Some people are saying if Sancho sees this, or when he sees, probably knows already, of course. If we know, then he knows. Then be even more annoyed. I think Sancho's defo gone in January now. Defo gone. Like 100% gone.
So he was always gone from the minute he didn't take it down, and from then that's when it confirmed he's gone, or he wants to go. You know what I mean? You don't keep something up like that for a week.
I think he goes at the end of the season, but like as in they probably agree a deal for something in January. I think he maybe does the under 21s thing. He just gets banished. If they can't sell him in January, they'll probably banish him to under 21s and leave it.
By the way,
they'll try to sell him.
I don't think Antony's back for the Man United for the game on the weekend though.
He's available for selection. Yeah, he is.
No, he's available from next week. From next week, he's back.
From next week.
Yeah. I don't think he's back for this game though. That's what I read, but I could be wrong. I don't know, but I saw they said that he's back available for next week, but he's come back to Carrington today.
He's definitely back at training.
Because
He's
he
back
can't
training.
play. He ain't even been training, bro. You can't just put man straight back in.
Also, people, make sure to follow us on all socials as well. The tweet is out as well, so make sure we are retweeting the tweet, please, people. As for everyone on the panel, for everyone in the chat, we need to increase our followings on all socials, and make sure if you're new, make sure to subscribe as well. With the Antony thing, I just feel like it's a bit risky for Man U to bring him back while the situation is still a bit hot. You know what I'm saying? I've always said if a man's collecting UFC medals, then boy, like, I think until that case is done, I think that's when they should have brought him back. And I just think it doesn't look good for the Sancho thing. And I think Man United are just handling things in a weird way. I don't know. Like, everything they're doing is just mad weird.
I disagree with that.
You know what? Yeah, let me ask you, because you man, we're all from London, innit? So you man are gonna get this more than most, innit? I from the get-go, I was definitely set on Sancho's side of things, because I thought it was all Ten Hag that brought this to the table. You didn't have to say this. Now, people are going to say, oh, but he's covered his back before. But if you know a man and you know his personality as a coach, as a manager, why would you open your mouth and say it anyway? Because you know that he's not available, like in that regards, that you don't want to just put man in the spot like that. That's my understanding of it. I then look at it from the next part of it. I look at it from the next part of it, and I'm like, hold on a second. You started a war which you almost can't end, but you're asking man to apologize. Now, I just don't understand why it's like a thing where he must apologize. And you listen, most of you, man, some of you lot are from the south. I'm not from south, but I'm from London. I'm from East London. I've got boys that are from North London. I just feel like there's a certain way that you tell people to do things when you're in London. Yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe it's just childish. Maybe it's, I don't know. But for me, I just look at it and I'm like, who the hell does this guy think he is? You must apologize. You must do this before you can come back into the team. Because ultimately, I'm looking at it and I'm like, you started all of this mess. And now you're asking everybody else to clean it up. You're asking Sancho to do this. And you know the worst thing is, he's going to ask him to apologize and not play him. So Sancho's probably thinking, bro, like, I have been training. I have been trying to do this. I have been trying to do that. And ultimately, you are meant to be the guy that's meant to be helping me and pushing me and telling me to do this and telling me to do that. You don't put man out in the light like that. You don't. To me, you don't do it. And it's just a thing where I'm looking at it and I'm like, all right, cool. Sancho's not right for how he's acted or reacted or whatever. And Sancho's probably been the one that's been, up late, playing video games, doing all these other things. But can we not put a bit of understanding? The guy's 22 years old, or is he 23? One of the two. He's 22, 23. I'm not disputing the fact, but the brother is still a kid. He's still a kid, and I just feel like sometimes I didn't like the way that I didn't like the way that this guy's come out with it, because for me, I'm like, bro, why have you brought my name to the light when I feel like I'm training well? And I just want to ask any of you, man, if your boss was like, bro, like X, Y, and Z, I'm asking you to do this, and you're not doing it, but you know you're doing exactly what they've asked you to do. You might not be going above and beyond, but you're doing exactly what he's asking you to do. I don't understand why it is that this guy is almost is a bit like, bro, like, I'm going to say something mad, but it feels like it's like I'm a little boy, you, bro. Like, I'm a little boy, you, and let you know I'm the big daddy around here, and you're going to follow my rules. You're going to follow my, bro. I'm like, bro, we're from London, bro. We don't take them vibes there, bro. We don't do them things.
Maybe because he's done it with Ronaldo, with the whole Ronaldo. Maybe because he feels like, since he's got there, he's had situations. That's what I'm saying. Because he's had
you don't do that with
situations that he's had to deal with from players that you could arguably say, well, no, you can't arguably say players that are bigger than Sancho. He's thinking, if I can do it the way I've done it with these players, then I'm gonna continue doing the way I've done it with everyone else. And with this particular situation, this is how he feels this should be handled. So this is why he won't back down, because in my opinion, that's why he won't back down, or he won't give in to Sancho not apologizing, because of how they've lauded him for handling other situations. Man United fans loved him for how he handled Ronaldo and all of that.
You
Getting
see
him
the
out
thing
my
though,
club.
Casey, where I'm going to stop you though, yeah? The only reason why I'm going to stop you here is because Ronaldo did something in front of the world. He's now with Ten Hag, he's bringing things that people don't know about behind the scenes. Ronaldo walked down the tunnel in front of everybody. Ronaldo left the stadium. Remember in the beginning of the season, he left the stadium with Dallo and one of the other brothers. He left the stadium I swear it was a pre-season game. He left the stadium.
Yeah, they left early.
It was something,
they left
yeah,
early.
Because Flex was there. Flex was there as well, and he was telling me. Obviously, I'm not putting his business out there, but they was telling me that they left early. So they played the first half, then they left. So for me, I'm like, you know what? Because it's out in the open, you can talk about it, but don't put the dirty laundry that's behind the scenes. You know,
Out there.
Before the stream just started, I told Monts something. Yeah, I'm a girl, bro. I'll be mad at Monts if he went on public and said, but because he's my guy, man can talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But if Monts went behind my back and was talking about it on screen without even talking to me, I'm like, bro, like, what are you doing here? Like, you're my guy. Like, you know what I mean? It'll be different. You know what I'm saying? If I want to talk about it on the screen, I can do that. But you don't bring dirty laundry on screen, bro. That's crazy.
This is why I said I said it's the exact same thing as well. Like when it first kicked off, I said on stream, like, if my boss was to do that at work, I'm sorry, I'm calling it out. Like as arrogant it may look like, because obviously Sancho, that's the whole narrative right now. He looks arrogant and like he shouldn't have done that, whatnot. As arrogant as it may look, bro, as a man, you got to do what you got to do. And when a man challenges you and says something that you don't agree with out in the open, when it shouldn't be in the open, you don't have to replicate that same energy as a man. That's what any man would do. Like literally, like I said, just don't make sense to me. Don't make sense to me.
I think as well.
Go on.
No, I think as well is that, like, because it's dragging on. I don't even want to put it down to a man being from London, innit? Because the thing that we're seeing in some of the comments is like, you man are just backing Sancho because he's gang, because it's London.
I'm not even saying because it's from London. Literally,
I'm saying that's what the comments are saying. I just think that Ten Hag, I think he knows. You know what it is? You know when you're kind of half in the wrong, and what you got to do now is stand by your laurels, because now if you don't, it shows weakness.
Yes,
yeah, like as I said, the prime example for me is when he was asked about Sancho 3 days ago, and his answer was specifically, I do not speak about players that haven't been selected. And that was the answer that should have been said
exactly
after the Arsenal game. There was no harm in just saying that after the Arsenal game. Obviously, there's no smoke without fire. So some people are saying Ten Hag wouldn't call it out if, per se, it was, if he didn't push him over the edge, he wouldn't call it out, innit? But at the same time, bro, like, what's just extra cheeky is that if Ten Hag's calling me out as a player, but the players that are playing in front of me, that are supposedly training harder than me, are not even doing their job on the pitch and losing games, it's just even more cheeky.
But that's not for you as a player. That's not for you to. That's not for you to think, okay, I'm gonna take stuff into my own hands because what's happening on the pitch ain't cooking, you know what I mean?
I'm saying, I hear it, but I'm just saying it doesn't help. You're right on what you're saying, Case. I'm just saying it don't help the situation when you're telling me man's not at a certain level, but the man you're picking on at a certain level, I clearly, you know what I'm saying? Because Man United have had one good performance all season, and that was against Crystal Palace. That was before the hoo-ha anyway. So up until that point, United hadn't had a single good performance throughout 90 minutes. So it's always just a weird situation. I think the Antony situation doesn't have a direct correlation, but there is slight correlations where
there's nothing.
There's slight crossovers where I'm saying that, like, this could have been an opportunity, because as bad as you want to say Sancho is, I still think he's needed right now.
Yeah, it would have been an opportunity for Sancho, but the whole Antony situation has nothing to do with Sancho. Sancho should not feel like, oh, what's he doing bringing him back and not me, kind of thing. Bro, they're two different. One's this. No. I can't lie. But that's down to Sancho personally. That's personally down to Sancho, because there's probably people in the squad that think that Antony's a good player, and Antony's we need Antony back, and Antony works hard, and Antony's one of the better players on the pitch. So it's all down to opinion. We might think that he's not good, but there's probably players in the dressing room that like Antony and think that he's a good player and need him back, kind of thing. I'm just looking at it that with Sancho hasn't helped himself a lot at United. Right, his whole time here, he hasn't helped himself. Yeah, and that there hasn't been a time where I've said Sancho's looked like he belongs at United, like he's focused on United and United's where you want to be. Yeah, he's had a couple good games, but for me, Sancho's never wore his heart on his sleeves at United. So this all coming out is not only, I think, a bit pissed him off that my manager's called me out, but maybe it's hit home a bit. Maybe it's a bit of home truth that because bro, you like you said, Montel, there's no smoke without fire. Man's not just gonna randomly say you're not training hard if he doesn't believe or doesn't think that doesn't have an inkling that you aren't training your full potential.
I think he still hasn't.
You see these?
I just don't think he's thought of the I just don't think, before we get to the Super Jack case, I just don't think Ten Hag has thought about the repercussions and he's thought about Man United's position in the Premier League.
No, he hasn't.
On the pitch, because bro, you're calling out a player when all of the other players aren't performing, for one, and on top of that, your job isn't even safe, and on top of that, like, you got to look at where there's injuries, players dropping like flies, whereas you need every little piece that you can put on the puzzle to do what you need to do.
No, but is it that what? Is it
You know what?
every other
You know the
manager
joke
does?
of it, yeah. Remember. He said that before all of these players started to get injured and they started to move. So Jadon Sancho was thinking, I ain't getting in this squad. Like, I'm not going to apologize. I'm not going to say this. I'm not going to say that. It's only when
They had a few injuries.
no, but yeah, they had Mount and I think they had Amrabat out, innit? That was it. Everybody else was there. Because remember, Antony, it was
Malacia was out.
yeah, I meant like the forward players.
Martinez was injured.
I meant the forward.
Oh, you're talking about forward line.
yeah.
Oh, okay,
And no, Martinez played in that game, bro. He came off. Because Lindelof, it was in that game that he wasn't injured yet. It was a mad thing where they were just kind of getting to the stage of having injuries. So for me, I'm looking at it and I'm like, hold on. Sancho's probably looking at it thinking, this guy ain't gonna play me. He's not gonna do that. He don't rate me. He don't respect me. So ultimately, he's calling him out, thinking, I'm just gonna get rid of him. So it's always one thing for one side and then one thing for another, man. For me, I look at it and I'm just saying simply, bro, like I don't have no respect for Ten Hag, bro. None.
Yeah, facts.
Boy, big up Ed with the £10 super chat, bro. That's a big one. Appreciate that, brother. You guys got love for Jaden. Real talk. Even if there's favoritism by Ten Hag, what's man done in training / on the pitch to make Ten Hag have uncomfortable conversations about Antony? Bro ain't got legs to stand on.
This is the point. This is not the point. This isn't the point. It's not about backing Antony. It's not about backing Sancho in anything that he's done on the pitch. It's just the way that Ten Hag's created an issue for no reason. That's the issue that I'm trying to say.
No, there is a reason. Maybe this is what I'm saying. Maybe
no.
Players day in and day out.
Not in public. Not in public, though. Not in public.
Yeah, there's no need to do it in public.
Don't do it in public, bro. You could,
but why? But why not, though?
Because if you
why
know,
not? Because the other thing had to be done in public.
The way that you will talk to kids, the way you talk to Monts is different, bro. Even though you're the man, bro, it's just different. You handle people differently.
Yeah.
Like, if you know Sancho is somebody who he's gone to the mountains last year for 3 months, or last season for 3-4 months, he's gone. He can't handle the spotlight. He doesn't like to be shouted at. Whatever it is, you don't then go and try this new way of doing it, bro. You just don't, man. For me.
No, but at the end of the day, if you're the manager, bro, it's up to me how I handle. I can't be going round.
But that makes poor management, though, bro.
Yeah, that's poor man management. That's not poor man management.
But is it though? Because if it's one player for the sanity of the rest of the players, then I'll sacrifice this one player, bro. If that's how he sees it.
So you're proving my point.
Sancho is going to be
you're
a problem.
proving my point. So you're proving my point. You're proving that he's picking on him then, but because you just wanted
not
to
picking on him. He's not picking on him. You can say it's picking on him. There could be a cluster of players. Jadon Sancho might just be one of these clusters, but there's no reason to call out the others because they're not pushing him to that limit. I don't know. I'm just saying that if you're the manager, you're allowed to manage how you see fit. Yeah, that's how I see it.
And that's the same as Sancho then. For me, I'm looking at Sancho.
Sancho's a player. Sancho's a player. He's not the manager.
It don't matter, bro. I'll be real. In this situation, bro, the hierarchy thing don't matter. It don't.
No,
matter.
but it does. It always does. It always will. That's the problem. Because Sancho
Ten Hag-
that hierarchy don't matter.
Basically, let me tell you why it don't matter. Because Ten Hag don't pay his bills, bro.
Facts.
They're the same. He don't
There's
pay his
someone
bills.
above Ten Hag.
There's someone above who pays him, bro. That's not who's the boss. The boss of the whole thing.
No one's saying no one. Listen, if Ten Hag disciplines Sancho in public or he disciplines him behind closed doors, Sancho's still getting disciplined, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He's still getting disciplined, whether he does it in public or behind doors. I just think doing it in public has had bigger repercussions than what he thought. Way bigger repercussions. And now,
100%.
Yeah, and now it's looking like, and I'm not saying the way he's dealt with it. I'm talking about the public. I'm not talking about like the length of the punishment or keeping him out of the squad. Those are mandatory things you need to do if you feel a player's done wrong. Because if you don't do that, now everyone else is going to think they can do it. Do you know what I'm saying? But I guess that's what it is, man. We'll move on from that one anyway, as well. Speaking of injuries, Klopp has said in the press conference that Trent Alexander-Arnold is available for selection in the game against Tottenham. Liverpool have been without Konate. Obviously, Konate's come back. He came back in the week, but Liverpool in the Premier League have been without Konate and Trent. Do you guys think, with how Liverpool's been playing, Trent coming back into the team could be a little bit of an imbalance? Or do you guys think, nope, it's Trent, he needs to be there, you've lacked creativity on the right side, it's only going to be more of a positive? Or do you think with Son in the form that he's in, it could be an issue putting him back into the team where Gomez has been playing really well?
Yeah, I think you leak an extra goal. I'm not even going to lie. Because A, he's got to get back up to match fitness. He's been out for a while. And B, Gomez was actually coming in and doing a thing. Like saying,
he's been really good, actually. Yeah,
exactly, especially at home, which you can argue the atmosphere at the lane's a bit crazy sometimes. It's going to be rowdy.
That just killed me.
This is killing me.
Once you know what he's trying to do in this, you know what you're trying to do.
Bro, I've asked the question. I'll let man answer the questions, isn't it? I'll let man answer the questions.
I want to give you the real answer.
Scaring me,
I want to give you the real answer because I think Ethan knows that's just bullshit. But yeah, for me, like you got to put in Trent in it. The guy's it's Trent. You can't afford to rock up to Tottenham and with no Trent if he's available. If they don't make sense. Like he can argue, he's actually your second best player. He's your second best player, but a second most important as well.
It's a hard one. I think he's in the top three.
Alisson definitely counts.
Alisson, Salah, and Trent.
Yeah, let's be real, right? Trent, yeah, you could have a day off with no Salah, in my opinion. If Trent
with what we've got in attack now,
because your attack's so good, bro. Exactly, because your attack's so good, you can go a day off for a week, 2 weeks without Salah. That's fine. Trent is your only right back that can do what he does. No one can do it like him. So he needs to play. Literally needs to play.
Yeah. I was only saying that because of the whole defensive argument with him, innit? Because on the left side, you got Brennan Johnson, who for me isn't the best player, but he's an issue because of his speed. When you're that fast, you're just
he's injured still. He's injured.
Oh, is he injured?
Yeah.
Oh, he is injured, innit?
Oh wait, Jill's back once. Jill's back.
Who? Carlos who?
That's a Carlos.
Carlos? Oh, the Villa one. The Villa one.
Brian.
Oh, Brian.
Man said Carlos Jones.
Man said Carlos, he's violated.
You think it's
Man forgot on his name and that.
I forgot inside out.
You're actually pissed, man. What's so like?
He had a left foot though. He had a left foot.
Yeah, no. Carlos still was decent, bro. Don't sleep on Carlos.
No, it's Brian. Monta, why you keep calling his brother Carlos, fam?
No, I'm talking about, bro. Man, I think, bro. Man, I remember Carlos Gil.
Yeah.
Man, remember he was decent.
Only the real, you got to remember in Premier League.
Only the real remember my man.
Yeah.
Giving me the young Jefferson Montero vibes. He was giving me Jefferson Montero vibes.
He scored one banger still. I remember one banger he scored. I remember left foot volley banger.
No, that's cheeky as hell to be mentioned in Brian Gill. Don't never mention him to me.
It's like
the point they were trying to say is that he might cook under Ange because Ange Ball wanking over fucking Ange Ball. Ange Ball was gonna get into the promised land. No,
with you, man, I can't really tell how this game's gonna go in it because all honesty, I think you man are better than Arsenal right now. So at least with you, man, it's gonna be like a pound for pound game. I literally couldn't call it. It's that deep, innit?
You know what? You know what it is though, kids. Yeah, you know, kids. You know what?
They're just boring,
kids.
fam.
You know what cracks me up? Yeah. You know what cracks me up about these man? They go off one game, and
they didn't even win.
Did you see that picture?
Now
with the slaughter thing.
The barometer of all. I see. Who was it? Oh, it's gonna kill me. Who was it? One Spurs guy. Oh, Maddison's the best player. Left the best player in the league. The
whole best DM in the league.
I'm like, what? I'm like, no. Okay, if you were talking about a player, you could talk about Basuma. They said Maddison is the best player in the league. The best player. Come on, please.
All of one draw. One draw.
I mean,
Mo Salah's the best player in the league by far. Facts. That's it.
Who? Madison?
Yeah,
Mo Salah. Mo Salah.
Oh, about to say.
Mo Salah was the best player. 100.
Yeah. You could argue that. Still.
Madison. Let's cool, man. And then let's move on from the Trent thing. And that was quite quick. Let's move on from the Trent thing. Tottenham versus Liverpool, of course. A very interesting fixture. I'd say, for me, two of the best teams in the league so far. If we're talking just isolated in the first 6 games of the season, I don't think there's a lot in it.
I'm told. You know what? You know you don't have to put a title on. You know you don't have to put a title on it. It could just be a big game. Two of the best teams so far.
You're hurt.
Allow it, bro.
Outside of City, we've been two of the best teams.
Personally, I feel like Casey, that one's just touched the nerve because I didn't.
No, because firstly, I've had Ethan talking about.
I don't agree.
This is what happens when you get a panel. Wait,
why can't people just give these?
No. I'm just
been one of the best teams in the league.
No, I don't agree. So I'm just saying I don't agree.
Because I also saw the title. Biggest game so far? Question mark. Like, why are we asking these questions, bro? It's not the biggest game.
Casey,
come on,
Casey, drop your guard. I put that for the NLD as well.
I'm just telling you what's fact.
If you go back a week ago on Friday, I also put biggest game so far with a question mark with the NLD. So it's okay.
That of course, Montel, that's the biggest NLD so far. Yes, of course it is.
No, I didn't say biggest NLD.
I came second.
Huh?
I came second, so of course I'm going to be up there with the biggest games. That's not disrespect or outlandish. But a team that come 8th, that's found a little piece of form in 6 games, is now the biggest game so far.
I'm talking about in the sample size of 23-24 season. Given the sample size, Tottenham Hotspur have been one of the better teams in the league. They have been.
So hold on, you know what, Monts, let me just ask you this question, one question. If you beat them 3-1, 4-1, does that mean that Liverpool are really, really good or Spurs are pretenders? Because if you're building it up to be the point where...
I think we've established we're not pretenders.
You're out the Carabao.
Hold on. So basically what we're doing... Hold on. So what we're doing is we're going off 6 games, Ethan, and you're basically trying to say that these 6 games are going to extrapolate over the course of the season where you are going to be up there, because if you're saying 6 games shows you're not pretenders, are you now putting yourself in a position that you are a challenger for the league or even trying to...
That would be crazy.
So I'm saying you're up here, bring yourself down.
No. That's all. What I am saying is, I went to United.
Bring yourself down.
I played United. I was in good form.
You didn't go to United. They said,
yeah, cool. United came. I played United, whatever. Before that game, they said,
you couldn't
haven't been tested. Let's see if they can do their thing. New manager, they're playing well. Let's see. Beat them comfortably 2-0. Then went on to beat who else in that space at that time? Burnley, Sheffield United. That was a good spirit. Collected my 3 points. Maybe I should be winning, but I might not have won. And then I came to UDOT Stadium. Historically, we don't do well there. And I picked up a point, played well at your stadium. Now going to Liverpool. Yeah, man, again have question marks over the whole thing. Who are like Mont said, Bar City were the most informed teams, and it's going to be a clash. Like Mont said, it's going to be a big game. It's going to be goals guaranteed.
Yeah,
That's every right to say that. No one's saying title.
No, that's not what you said though. That's not what you said though.
Yeah,
You never said goals guaranteed. That's not what you said. That's not
Yeah,
what you
you're
said.
making it seem. Yeah, you're making it seem.
I'm
That,
reinforcing
as
what
Casey
Monts
said.
said, bro.
As Casey said,
It's true.
you're making it seem that you're gassing yourself up to be a point where, oh, we've already shown after 6 games that we're not pretenders. But I'm like, hold on, can we not calm down? Can we not? If you know what, last season, Casey and Kez will agree with me 100%. Everybody kept saying after the 7th game, after the 8th game last season, can we get to 10 games? Can we get to 15 games? Can we get to 19 games? Even remember when we got to the last game we played. I ain't even landed.
You're trying to put me in the tower race. I'm in the tower race, but I'm not saying that.
I ain't even landed. When we got to the last game before the World Cup, that was the 19th game. We played Wolves away. Everybody said, can we not get to February? It's not even halfway through yet. And now, after 6 games, these men want to start wanking over Angible, bro. I'm like, hold on a second.
I meant to be quiet about it. I meant to not say anything. Like, yeah, it's true. It's true.
I swear that I remember I was watching this show last year. It might have been like the 12th game. Everyone was onto Kears because Kears was like, no, you know what? We're doing things this season. And these men,
the same guy.
This one, and him in the corner.
Good Lee, you alluded to it a little bit. We are
his neck.
I could not breathe.
Kears, you know, got me.
Come on, fam.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I need. This is exactly
why did you do that?
The dumbest thing I've done. He's the dumbest thing I've done.
Games. You won, and then the guy in the corner.
Other way, Guna. I got you.
You man were on to Kids. I'm like, hold on a second. We're about 12, 13 games into the league. We had beat.
Yeah, of course because it's getting drawn out. This is fine.
Yeah, because it's getting highlighted. They're trying to stop us.
We had lost 1 game to Man United out of the first 12 or 13 games, and Kears was back in the thing. And you two. And now, after 6 games, I'm meant to now believe that Angible is the be-all and end-all.
Is that it?
We haven't even touched January. We haven't even touched December.
I'm saying, look. So what you're doing to us 4 in front of us, you're basically saying, "Oh, we've already shown that we're not." But hold on, can we not bring it down? Last season, you getting popped off the park, home and away, and now all of a sudden you're meant to make me believe that you're this all new prophecy miracle. You're the new great hope of the league.
Because they drew. I don't
want you, man, to think I'm the next thing coming.
You're not, because you're not, man.
However, I finished 8th last season. I have 3 different managers. I'm reached a level of stability. I have a good start at 11. Yeah, word to Kiers and whoever else said it. I don't have a backup. I don't have any backup. My backup after Romero and Van de Ven is flipping Eric Dyer and Ben Davis, bro.
Yes.
So my expectations are rock low. However, man, am I saying some mad stuff, bro? I'm saying some crazy stuff.
Now
so
what?
People are saying, "Oh, this team's looking good." Man, to setting expectations, but look what United are going to do. To look at Arsenal.
Yeah, and
you're feeding it. Ethan, don't you dare come on BSB and act like that. Don't you dare come on here and act like that. Don't even. No. I'm not going to let you do that.
Yes, draw him out, Casey.
Look what happened,
bro. Ethan, I'm not going to let you do that because you predicted 4-2. So you expected to beat me, and you didn't. Oh, now you got pressured. I'm sorry, big side Tottenham got pressured.
Hold on, man.
You're making me sick.
Man, I'm gonna
sick.
Hold on.
I agree.
I'm gonna point out a few things. Unily, you're right with what you said about K. So fair enough. K believed in his team earlier than everyone else did, and everyone was probably still right to question him, but he was fine to believe in what he believed in, and you guys nearly done what you needed to do throughout the season. You only just fell short. Fair enough. Yeah. What we're not gonna do is, because I said 2 of the best teams so far this season, Casey has not dropped his guard and feels aggrieved that I've said Tottenham versus Liverpool is 2 of the best teams in the league so far facing each other, because they are 2. That is what it is, no matter what way you look at it. I think it's 2nd and 3rd best in the league. And maybe if you think Arsenal have been better than Tottenham, fair enough. There's not much in it. It's here and here. It doesn't really matter in it. what we're not going to do is turn this into a when this was Arsenal competition.
No, we're not. We're not.
No, we're not.
What I'm not allowing Ethan.
I let you lot go. I let you lot go with the ambush thing. I let you lot do the ambush thing just now.
No, but listen, I was saying facts.
Yeah.
I was
No, I know you were saying facts. I just said the first thing I said was what you said about K last year when he was the earliest one.
Thank you
to
very
say
much.
that his team was on things.
Okay.
That's fine.
Cool.
Arsenal are not levels with Tottenham. Like Arsenal are above them.
Okay.
Like
we know that. We know that.
For now. Yeah, like that's
Look for now. Even so, it's these comments. It's these comments here. Exactly. You see.
Casey. But it was this cheekiness that got you man barebacks last week as well.
No, but you see, okay, you see my point though. You see, hold on.
Wait, barebacks. What barebacks by who?
See, no, you see for me, look, I gave praise. I gave praise to Spurs last week. I said that Spurs should have won. I was honest.
We haven't even said a word about Tottenham, and you lot have just.
But no, what I was no, but listen, from my point of view, but from my point of view, I feel what Casey and Kiers and I myself are all saying is, you lot are putting Spurs on this pedestal that they don't deserve to be because it's only
literally
it is 6 games.
And man's talking about barebacking as well, Michael. Pause to that.
We finished 5th. Last season we finished 5th. Their man finished 8th for whatever it was, and they're still being put into a position that they don't deserve to be. Come on.
I know, listen, I know. But you lot are missing what I'm saying. I'm saying from what it's only been 6 games. So if you're the best, so just like if I don't know.
So Montel, don't bother saying it. If it's only been 6, don't say it.
Brighton are third actually. Hold on. I think Brighton are third, right? Brighton are third. So Brighton have been one of the best teams in the Premier League so far. That don't mean they're better than any of us. They're not better than any of us. I still think Arsenal.
But Montel, are we gonna have say it's Brighton vs Arsenal? We're gonna go 2 of the best teams in the league so far facing off each other. Like we're not gonna do that because we know that come the course of the season, what's the point? Yeah, there's no point in loading these games after 6 games.
Man, they're not happy with it. Smart, you know. I know Monts' game. I know what he's doing. I know what Monts is doing. Monts don't need to say nice to me because he knows what he's doing in it. I know.
Again,
trust me, Guna. I know, fam.
Yeah. He's a nasty guy, you know.
Personally, I'm fearing. For me, I smell FOMO in it. I smell FOMO.
This guy's crazy. He's crazy.
Two of the best performing teams are playing each other, and because the 3 fans on the panel are not involved in that, there must be some sort of head loss there. Maybe not from Casey. K didn't say anything. He just didn't agree. He just didn't agree on saying he thinks.
Yeah, I don't agree.
Yeah, like, and that's fine.
Agree, K. It's not fashionable.
But I'm done with all that, bro.
That's fine to disagree
every week, so I'm done.
That's fine to disagree. But what I won't say is that, bro, Tottenham have been one of the best performing teams in the league so far. So I'm just calling it as it is. And Liverpool have been one of the best performing teams in the league so far. None of them the best, because City are the best. But they're still up there, and there's nothing wrong with saying that.
Let me ask you a question. If Spurs beat you, do you put Spurs in the title race? Because their next game is Luton.
This guy is really
because that's early though. It's early to play that.
So if you're not, so you can lose a game against a good team or a big team, but it doesn't have to be the biggest game because Spurs ain't done shit to prove anything right now.
If City lost in the league, we would still say City are one of the best teams in the league when they go and play their game. With Spurs, you're literally saying it because of here and now, because they're currently there after 6 games. That's my point. My point is you wouldn't be saying this if it was 10, 15, 20 games in the season. You wouldn't be saying this.
Casey, can I ask you?
So just for me, no point in mentioning it now.
With that being said, have you not played better than us this season? Performance.
In terms of what? In terms of pleasing on the eye, no, we haven't been as aesthetically pleasing
on the eye, but performances.
I think
it's balanced.
Casey, what did you say?
I think it's balanced because I think maybe attacking we haven't been as potent as you, but defensively I think we've looked better than you in games. So it's balanced.
I wouldn't even say that, bro. I'd say Palace was a bit of a struggle. Fulham, we already know what happened there. Who did you have? Me up against me. You know what happened there. United,
What's this? I know what happened. I know what happened.
You know what happened. I don't need to elaborate, fam. But my point is,
bro, no one's shocked versus Palace as well.
Wait, so Ethan, do you?
What about your performances? Sheffield?
Yeah, Brentford? That wasn't great. We lost in the Carabao to Fulham.
So what is it then? Because you just mentioned Carabao. You mentioned Carabao to me.
Ethan, do you think on Saturday you're going to win? Do you think you're going to win on Saturday?
I can't see that.
This is it.
This guy can never make an actual prediction.
You can't make a decision.
You hear this? Look. A man's going in with fair. You can't be putting this guy on a pedestal, man. You can't be telling
you man's thought process last week. If I don't win, I'm fuming.
But again, this is what I mean. Man, making a prediction. Hold on. If
I don't win, I'm fuming. Put it like that.
But bro, man, I'm not. No one's putting them on a pedestal. If we live in a world where I can't say that Tottenham are one of the best performing teams in the 6 games that we have seen, because that's all we're going off of. I'm not saying Tottenham have looked the best for the last 3 years. I'm saying for the last 6 games, Tottenham are one of the best performing teams in the Premier League as it stands. As it stands. Not historically, not last season, not 20 years ago. As it stands, man, them. And I don't see why it's so hard for Antony. Yeah, all right, cool.
That one statement has got you rattled. I'm deep in it.
Bro, it's not, bro. If you don't agree, fair enough. I'm not really okay with this one, but you don't have to leave it out if it's true.
It's because we know what you're doing.
I know what MONTS is. Yeah, I agree. It's because I know what MONTS is doing.
What you said isn't mad. It's not mad what you said.
It's not mad. But
can you next time, bro? Next time in the title, then can you also put undefeated Arsenal beats whoever we're playing? Because as of now, I didn't put undefeated Liverpool. Wait. Same way this statement about biggest game is not going to matter in a couple weeks' time. Same way is the undefeated thing not going to matter. So just next time for me, can you just put undefeated Arsenal beat whoever? So because right now at this current time, I am undefeated. So I just want that to be known.
Yeah? But I didn't say anything about Spurs.
That's how deluded this sounds to me.
You man are gonna get your title when you play City, innit? You'll get.
Okay, Casey. But by the way, I didn't put undefeated. If you look, I didn't put undefeated Liverpool versus undefeated Spurs. I didn't put that.
Spurs aren't undefeated. They're not. But I'm not even saying about doing that. I'm saying you've lauded this as the biggest game so far, question mark. That's my problem. You're putting this game on a pedestal, which it doesn't need to be on. It's just a normal game, bro.
All right, no, Casey, again, because if you disagree with that, that's fine. So far, these are the two of the best teams in the league, in my opinion, right now, playing each other. The same would be if you guys are playing. Again, I said this the same with the NLD, because prior to the NLD, you man were on the same points before that as well. Biggest game so far, regardless of it being a derby, 2 of the best teams in the league are going up against each other. Yes or no?
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
Right. So it's the same thing. You moved Arsenal away and you put Liverpool there. That's it.
Let's chat on the game, man. Let's chat on the game.
Let's
see what's in this.
I'll be real. I've never seen a statement get 3 man flustered. Like
listen, I'm backing K's and KC. I said 100%. I see what the game is. I remember last season certain things were going in it, but anyway,
correct. It's because of you once, but
let's talk about the game.
Yeah, months. Anyway, the game.
Let's laugh at that one. Listen, before we get into the nitty gritty of the game, listen, people. There's 200 people in the house right now, and we're currently sitting on 89 likes. This is classic Big Six Bands preview. You know, this is the classic the war before the war starts. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you smash the like button.
Smash them likes, man. Come on, man.
Like, this is box office stuff. The way.
Come on, man.
Lee, they're on team up for the. But listen, you know, if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to the channel. Of course, we are not a world away from 6,700 subs. So if you're enjoying the content, man, slap the like button, slap the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already, man. This is BSB. You think this is good? Wait till Sunday. Just wait till Sunday, if you think this is good. You know what I'm saying? Has Lee frozen? I think Lee's frozen still. He might have to jump back.
That's
Lee's
the
frozen. I said, yeah, that's the one.
You man got him, fam.
Yeah, FBI got him, man. You know what I'm saying? Even the playing fields. But listen, so obviously Liverpool are playing Tottenham. The record is usually quite one-sided, man. And I said these men are our whipping boys, rightly so earlier. I did say these men are whipping boys, and it's not that in it. But this season, bro, Liverpool, Spurs never beat Liverpool, but Spurs never beat Arsenal. And they came quite close, and they done very well at the Emirates, even though the game ended at a draw. I'm not on Husam's thing where Husam's like, we're smacking these man 4-1. We're smacking these man by 4. Do you know what I'm saying? These men are getting moved to da. I generally think this is going to be a very close game. I still back my team to win the game, but I'm thinking heart palpitations for the first time against Tottenham in maybe since the game where Spurs came to Anfield and we drew 1-1. Couple seasons ago, where Diaz scored the deflected goal.
Oh yeah.
The game I went to, the one I went to.
Oh yeah, when we went on to get top 4 because of I remember. Yeah, Emerson Royal.
And now you're not in Europe. Oh, okay, yeah, cool. That's the
things that merry-go-rounds, eh?
You see, man.
Yeah, no, I'll be real once. Like you said, you normally work us, you normally wish us, but records are meant to be broken. That's what they're there for. And I think we're in a perfect form. We've got our 11. Luckily, unlike Arsenal, we don't have as many injuries. You know, everyone's kind of fresh. Everyone's had Carabao Cup games, bro. Even if you didn't flipping play, people like flipping Man City had to travel to Newcastle. Where did you guys? Do you guys game at home?
No, we went to G-Tech.
G-Tech?
Brentford.
Okay, cool. But that's all right, it's not bad. But regardless, you had to have a match day. We've been baked at home, been preparing, been sophisticating our tactics for Arsenal, for Liverpool. We're ready, man. We're ready to really give it a good game.
I was going to say a conversation that obviously has been buzzing around is obviously it's the Maddison Odegaard conversation. But another midfielder for Liverpool has been catching the headlines obviously after his goal in the Carabao Cup. Now ESPN are now throwing him in conversations. Obviously Szoboszlai has been very good for Liverpool.
He's a baller, and he's another threat that we have to flip and watch out for, and it's getting a bit hot. But again, I think the midfield battle will be crazy. I think we edge it because not even so much from quality, but we've at least got a DM to clean up. Why is this guy laughing?
Hey, you make me die.
Why, Casey?
In the dark. Hey, sorry.
But like the midfield battle is going to be crazy.
Edge the midfield battle. This you kill me, fam.
What the midfield? What's wrong with him talking about the midfield battle? I'm baffed.
No, it's just whenever Ethan talks about his midfield, he said he was going to edge it against me, and now he's edging it against you. So where is this midfield in rankings?
But they won the midfield battle. But Casey, they won the midfield battle against you.
No, he didn't. After 45 minutes when Rice came off, Basuma started cooking. Stop telling me he ran the midfield. Did he run it for a minute? No, nice regardless.
You had Basuma breaking the press with a few passes back to front.
And anyway, like I just don't think you get to do the hackle and cackle thing. You didn't win the game that you were so cheeky about. So again, that just please, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's mad in it, but just please. So again, if we're talking the midfield battle, I'm not gonna lie. As I said, man don't have a DM, and these man play a cam. That's a worry for me. Get it? Like, because sometimes that DM can kind of be tasked to kind of just nullify the 10 and to stop the, where majority of Tottenham's creativity comes from. Me, I think Liverpool still play their game, but I still think that you nullify Maddison, and I think you nullify Spurs for me at this moment in time. I think you nullify
That's the problem with my system, MONTS. It doesn't really work like that, bro.
It actually does. It does.
It doesn't, okay. It really
I believe Maddison is the one who does make the system work as effectively as it does. Of course. I think with Maddison, I think the system can still work without Maddison, but not if you're playing Liverpool Football Club, bro.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? Like maybe against the smaller teams it can run in it. You know what I'm saying? You can do that. Maybe with what's his name, Jack and Jill. So I don't know, like it's possible. Isn't it?
I'll be real much. How are you gonna handle this press, by the way, mothers? This press is gonna be mad, you know.
Because your press isn't more intense than mine, and your team can't press for long.
No, maybe it's not as intense, but I can play out of it, and I don't think you man.
Yeah, you can play out of it.
I literally don't see how you man are gonna play.
Bro, I think you can play out of the press. I just think that my attack is too much for what you have going backwards. Because as Casey said, defensively, you've also looked a bit suspect as well. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's not like that. You guys have done the outscoring thing as well. You guys have looked better going forward than you have going the other way. And I think that could play into our hands. I think with Van der Ven, the faster centre-back, and Romero, the more aggressive centre-back, I think someone like maybe a Gakpo might not be the right person for this game. I think if you lot were still sitting back, then I would have said you start Gakpo in this game. Now I look at maybe Nunes and going, if you're going to get someone to run in behind and really test the legs of EDG, you probably go for a Nunes this game. You go for a Diaz.
Hey kids, why are you smiling?
You go for
a... Noted. Noted.
I know.
Hey, you know what? I know. Root to Casey's pure vibes, you know, bro. Casey's pure vibes. Bro. I love it.
Only he would cook it. Only he, this guy would cook it. No, carry on, Mons. Carry on.
Yeah, I'll be real. The FOMO is crazy from Casey right now. I don't know what you did to these man last week.
Big people are talking.
It's not FOMO, G.
Carry on with your. I don't know what you did to these man last week. I don't know what you did to these.
Bro, I hurt them.
I don't know what you did to these man. The hurt you, what you done last week.
I keep
this is why I'm
clocking it. So
they left with their dignity, and they also had Rice, all their man injured as well.
Yeah. See, they think it's about them. They think it's about them.
Yes, Liverpool squad. Carry on, Mons. Carry on.
Anyway, I think with our front line, bro. I think our front line is with Diaz, a Nunes, and a Salah. I think for me, the way Porro defends, if Porro starts anyway, by the way, the way Porro defends, I think that one could be an issue, innit? Like he's good going forward, though, innit? I'll give you that. It's good going forward, and as well, it's about Basuma. You got to find a way to nullify Basuma, because your midfield three has been one of the better midfields this season, and I'm gonna lie, I'll keep it a buck in it. But our midfield is still. I think we definitely can bring the game to you, man, in terms of the way we've retained the ball. Szoboszlai is an engine. As well as him being technically good, he is an engine and an attacking threat. And for me, Curtis Jones is playing really well as well. My only issue is McAllister, obviously, in the six, not being a natural six, yeah?
Yeah.
McAllister not being a natural six. It could be an issue, innit? It could be an issue.
I saw him struggle against flipping. I've seen him struggle a few times, but I've seen him struggle especially against Wolves. Against who did they have at that point? I can't remember. But bro, I'll be real. I'm gonna tuck in Destiny and flipping Pedro Porro and compact that midfield. That guy's gonna be under some serious pressure, bro. Serious pressure.
Yeah, no,
I hear it. I just think that I'll be honest. I think that's honestly. I'm gonna bring up the comment in a second. I think the Romero Nunes battle is gonna be very interesting. Two very aggressive. I think that's a battle there, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know, man. Arsenal boys, what do you man think of this game?
If Nunes
got this, do you think Liverpool got this?
Even guaranteed to start?
Obviously, I know Gakpo had a good game in the week. But I think the reason Gakpo started in the cup was because he'll probably start Nunes in the league. That is my thought process behind
it. If Nunes starts, I can smell a 2-2 or a 3-3. Like you said, it'll be end to end, both teams going at it. Again, the reason why Tottenham may just nip you, is like you man said, the midfield battle, that's key. Like you said, you can overlook the midfield of Destiny and Porro, along with already Basuma, Sarr, Madders. There's too much there. Like McAllister can hack that. McAllister's a twink, if we're being real when it comes to that stuff. So he ain't gonna hack it. Like the boss layer midfield as well. And
that's what I'm trying to think. Who would you put in there to try counteract that?
So boss
Bossline, McAllister, and Jones, isn't it?
And Jones, that's not. It's gonna get overloaded. It's gonna get peaked. That's where you may.
See, I don't know what this Endo Ute was brought for. I see him every now and then.
This is what I said. Like, why would you buy a DM and you don't use him? Like, what's the point?
Because he's the Milner replacement, bro. He's not the first choice. Like for me.
Oh, he's the Milner replacement. Fair enough.
Yeah, but he can only play DM. So how?
No, he plays multiple positions. Bro, he plays 8, he plays 6, he plays right
Wait,
back.
what?
He plays right back, 6 and 8.
Right back?
Yeah, he plays right back as well. Like, so that's so, but I don't think I wouldn't play him in this game though. Like, because at the end of the day, like, if you want a 6, it has to be an established 6 to tackle the midfield of Spurs, bro. That is
wait. You know, Montel, remember when you first signed Endo? I remember the Liverpool fans were showing me stats about his interceptions, his ball recoveries. They were showing me DM as well. They were showing me like top DMs. They were showing me him against top DMs, and his stats were not to say that obviously he has to translate them into this league, but the stats were looking good. Like he was winning his interceptions, he's getting into tackles, he was doing his thing. Now I haven't heard a peep of him since the season started. I haven't heard a peep at Endo.
Yeah, that's fine. All you need to do is go back and watch my video when you got announced, and I said he was the Milner replacement. All you need to do is go back and watch that.
You know what? I'll be real with it. I actually think Liverpool should be going with a little bit more chest. Listen, that's not to discredit Spurs. Listen, I said last week I think Spurs were very good. I think Spurs deserved to win. I thought that Spurs came and they had a game plan, and the biggest thing I liked about Spurs, they talk the talk and they walk the walk. Now, the only thing I'm going to counteract that with is Arsenal were missing quite a few players. And I'm not saying that we would have smashed you, but what I will say is that we would have given a better account of that, of us going forward. And I think when you look at Spurs, they could have gone 2-0 down. I think that's just bare fact. They could have gone 2-0 down. And I think Liverpool with Salah against Udogie or Dogi, whatever he's, I don't know how to pronounce his name properly, but the left back that you
they call him a doggy. They call him a doggy because he has that doggy.
Whatever. And then you've got Porro, who again, you can't fool me with certain man. You can't fool me. He isn't a good defender. I'm putting Luis Diaz and I'm saying, yo, go at this brother, cook his blood clot. You then look at Romero. Now again, I feel like it was overplayed how poorly he played. I don't think he was that bad last week, but he makes mistakes. Now, people talk about Gabriel Magalhaes, making mistakes. Romero gives you an opportunity. No matter what you want to say, he gives you a chance in the game, and he'll give you 1 or 2. Now, Nunes, he's hit and miss with the amount of chances he misses, but he does get goals. And if you give him 1 or 2 opportunities, he's going to get a goal. But then you also got what's his name? What's his name? What's the other guy you got? Jota, sorry. He can come on and get goals. He's effective. He ain't got the best touch, but he's effective. He gets goals. So for me, I think the worst thing for you guys is having McAllister in the 6 because I feel like Basuma is going to eat him up. I literally feel like he's going to see him and he's going to be like, just get rid of him. Get rid of him. Because he's almost like he's null and void against Basuma because Basuma is playing out of his skin right now. The Maddison thing, I think for me, again, he's playing well and he's going to play well home, but we're going to see when he's up against Szoboszlai, who works hard as well as does well going forward, we're going to see this. We're going to see how much because unfortunately, Odegaard, I feel like because of the players that were playing around him, he didn't have a great game last week. So we're now going to see a player who's got everything that Odegaard's. Well, I say everything in terms of defensively and attacking wise. We're going to see this. We're going to see someone who's, I believe, is going to turn up and show out. Yes, going forward, you've got some good options, but last week you did play well. Again, I don't want to take away from Spurs' performance, but I just look at Spurs and I'm saying I don't trust the team. I don't. And Liverpool, you can say in the first half you don't trust them either. But with Liverpool, they can score at will. They can get 4 goals quite easily. They can get 5 goals quite easy. It's not out of the realms to say that they can beat a team 4-5-1-0 even. They can do it. And I just think, honestly speaking, I think Liverpool are worried because of their midfield and they watch their team and they see the defenders. Van Dijk looks to be back to normal now. Can we not give him some props? And the last thing we got to keep saying,
we're not allowed to give Van Dijk.
No, we are no. You can give Liverpool props. You can't give Spurs props. But anyway, when does Alisson concede 2 or 3 goals in a game? Because that's the other part.
Relevant.
No, it's not irrelevant.
It can happen. He's coming to my Montel's coming. I'm sorry, Monts. Obviously, we've done the friendly thing up until now, but you're coming to my stadium, my home, and I'm in form. Like this is
but
not.
My point is, he's so good that it's almost. Remember back in the day when Czech, you had to get past the defense of Carvalho and Terry and Lampard and Ashley Cohen, them man there. Then you had to get past Czech. I'm telling you. It's not easy. I've seen better man than Son go 1-on-1 and not score against Alisson. He's that good. For me, I feel like Spurs are you're gonna put up a good fight. You're gonna show class. You're gonna
drown him. We're gonna drown Alisson, bro. I promise.
All right, so are you saying? Hold on. So that's my point. This is what I asked.
See, this is it, Montel. This is it.
This is it, Montel. You're gonna win. Are you saying you're gonna win?
Bro, I said we're gonna look at this guy. No. I said I'm gonna drown him. I know you said, you're gonna win.
Bro, what is that saying?
No, but then what's your prediction, fam?
You're gonna dunk on a man's head. That's what you just said. You're gonna
you're gonna
bang
still got drowned.
That's what you said. No,
what did you say?
You said you're gonna belly flop on a man's head in the pool.
Bro.
Man said drown him. So like when someone, when you're dunking a man's head and then he comes up, come on, trying to get some dunker again.
That's
basically what you're saying.
It's either chest or no chest. What are you saying? What are you coming?
What's your
I want to know.
Lee, I get what you meant to try to do. Trust me, I hear it. Right?
We're gonna get a prediction anyway. It's gonna come anyway. So
I'll save that for the end, did it? Well, we're not at that point of the show, unfortunately, but Alisson will be
let's get these predictions, man. I want to hear these predictions.
But we're not at that point of the show, are we? So I'm not just
I want to fast forward to them.
We'll end it as we're gonna end this in a second and in terms of this debate. I still think Liverpool come up on top of this game because
facts.
Everyone talks about my issue is how slowly Liverpool start games. If we start this game how we've started most games this season, we could be in big trouble early on, and we're already facing an uphill battle, and then we're already playing into Spurs' hands where they'll just try and play keep ball while we're chasing the game, and that's what you don't want to happen. That's what you have to be. That's the thing that we have to be careful of. However, if Tottenham, who also aren't defensively sound, want to give us 2 free chances at the start of the game, and you end up being 2-0 down, and you end up chasing the game, therefore the game becomes more expansive, then you play into our hands when the game becomes expansive. And that's what you don't want to happen. You want the game, as you said, you want the game to be cagey. We want the game to be expansive and frantic. You see what I'm saying? Because that suits our style, home or away. So again, it's going to be interesting. I'd say So I was going to say I was going to have the Szoboszlai Maddison debate, but I feel like we'll leave that. We'll leave that for now. We'll get to the. By
the way, Monts, I don't think you man will allow the game to be cagey as much as we might want it to be. I don't see that happening. Like, even if we try to play our football, try to relieve a bit of pressure, I just see you man just pressing the hell out of me. I'll be real, but that's what I'm made for, bro. You saw that against Arsenal.
That's fine. Listen, I'll put it to a vote instead, rather than us having a whole conversation about Maddison and Szoboszlai, because that calls for like another 20 minutes or so. There's 200 people in the house right now, 196 to be exact, and there's 110 likes. If you haven't already, make sure you smash the like button. Like Sleeping Dragon says, please, can you hit the like button in the stream?
Come on, man.
So big up, man. Ed says nearly 200 people are watching. We should at least be on 150 likes. So make sure we do smash the like button. Also, people in the chat, I just want to see one thing in the chat. Just head off your preference this season in the first 7 games or 6 games, if you want to count Carabao, Maddison or Szoboszlai. So just drop a name in there. I won't put it as a poll because you've got a poll up already. So just chuck a name in there, which one you prefer. If you want to drop a reason, you could drop a reason. We're just to get that in for you guys to have that conversation. Score predictions. And chat, don't hit us with the score predictions yet. We're going to run through the score predictions, and then we're going to put the score predictions for the chat a little bit after that. We'll start with Casey. We'll go around and we'll end with me. So,
what score predictions for your game? Yeah.
yep.
I think it's another 2-2. I think it's going to be a 2-2. I'll be real. Yeah. That's me 2-2. We won't get into why.
I'm gonna say 3-1 Liverpool, but I do want Spurs to win. I'll be honest, I do want Spurs to win.
Raw.
Yeah, he wants them to win because he sees me as a more of a long-term threat. That's why he wants
Literally, yeah. That's yeah, 100%.
Just to give you the little insight on that one.
Yeah.
Go on,
That's
okay.
fine, bro. I'm happy being underdog. I like it. But yeah, what you say, Monts?
Underdog at home, crazy. Keep going.
I don't. Do you know? Again, I don't think that I didn't say that. I don't feel like Spurs are the underdogs, though. I really don't. I don't think they are.
Go on, Kay. What's your score prediction, bro?
I'm saying 2-2 still. 2-2.
2-2.
Ops rate me now. I love it here. I'm gonna go 4-3. You know who?
7 goals.
Yes, bro.
No, I don't know who. You know, I need you to say the name. 4-3 who?
Bro, you
No,
know
he said
who?
you know.
Yeah, no,
He
I
said
don't
you
know.
know.
I don't know who. So I'm asking who's he
That's
talking
your
about.
answer, bro.
I can tell you now. Alessandro ain't conceding 4 goals, bro. It's not happening. It isn't
Bro,
happening.
Wait, when was the last time you conceded 3 goals, by the way?
Champions League
No.
final? No, that was two.
Real Madrid in last.
Are you
Champions-
talking about in the
Yeah,
Premier League?
Madrid,
Are you talking
yeah.
about in the Premier League?
I'll say in the
Yeah,
Prem, the last time you
let's say
conceded.
Not in the
3.
Prem was Man City. It was Man City a day when we lost 4-1.
When was that?
Was it 4-1
Oh, yeah,
or
that was
3-1?
And then the
that
end
was
of the
last
season,
year.
yeah.
That was last
That
Oh, when
year.
was
Salah
season.
scored.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when Salah scored. Yeah, and they came
Cool.
back. Yeah, it was Man City. Yeah,
Wait, was it Alisson that got bopped 7-2 by Villa in COVID? Or was that Adrian?
Adrian.
No, yeah, but we beat them as well, 3-1, innit?
Yeah, he did a 3-1. Yeah.
No, but Man City was later than that. Like Man
Yeah,
City. was-
Yeah. No, it was, yeah.
Was Spurs ever in that list of getting
Wait.
past
Free
that
what
league?
Rob said. It's funny, this isn't it?
Oh yeah, it was Spurs. In they're the
Yeah, it
4-3.
was. It fucking was.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
4-3.
No, but no.
Alright.
It was Man City.
Oh
It was
yeah,
Man
shit.
City. It
Oh
was Man
yeah.
City.
Was Man City after that?
No,
No,
Man
I
City.
think
No, it was Man City
was
last.
last.
Man City
That was one of
last.
the last games of the season. So Spurs was most recent.
I think the Spurs one was most recent. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Actually,
interesting, isn't it?
Wolves popped us 3-0 as well.
Oh yeah, Wolves popped you 3-1.
Yeah,
That's right.
we got
Oh,
popped,
sorry,
like,
sorry.
Suddenly,
Sorry.
a whole lot
I
of
think
goals
the Spurs one
conceded,
was the
bro.
latest one. I think the Spurs one was the latest.
Yeah, Spurs was still the latest. Still, Spurs was,
That was still the latest.
But it don't happen often, though. That's my point.
yeah, it's not often.
Yeah. 4-3.
You're just a fucking weirdo, bro. Just a fucking weirdo.
I'm glad you see it. I'm glad
I'm E. Just remember, I'm going to the game. I'm going to the
you
game.
are. I'll probably go as well.
I will be seeing you tomorrow, innit? I'll be seeing you tomorrow.
Straight back up, bro.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Liverpool.
Come on, stick the chest out.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Liverpool, and I'm gonna go Salah gets his customary Tottenham goal, and I believe Nunes gets on the score sheet as well. So I'm gonna go Salah, Nunes, and I think Son. When does Son never ever not score against Liverpool, bro? Like, it's a joke thing. Word to K or word to me, both teams to score, Liverpool to win.
Once, I don't know if I can back you on this
You
one.
say maybe next one.
Not for this one. Still, I'm about to get on a miss.
Did
Still.
I against like some other team, bro?
All right, well, I've got Brighton next week, and that's a tough one as well. So I don't know, man. We'll have to see. So, you know what I'm saying? As I said, the fixtures aren't getting any easier for Liverpool. I'll be real.
Still.
They're not getting, but this is the test, though. Do you get it? This is the test.
Yeah, this is
If
what
we're
separates
really
the
about
both
it-
of them, isn't it? Literally.
Yeah, if we really about it, then we come out of these games 6 out of 6 points, or
Right.
worst case 1 draw, 4 points out of 6 points. Worst case, if we're really about
And
it.
the way I look at it is, you've got an advantage because if you win those games, the other team didn't get the points. So the same way, Monts, if I beat you, that means I think I got above you as well. Would I?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I think you got above me by 1 point. I think.
Yeah.
I think
Fam, there's a lot at stake here. A lot.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot at stake. You know what I'm saying? But
Really a
it's
chick
fine.
in it.
We'll have to see in it. We'll
Bro,
have
you
to
dead
see
to
as
me,
the
dead to me,
pictures
fam,
are
you
going to
dead
be
to me.
piling up. So, chat. Now it's your turn, chat. We need some score predictions for Liverpool versus Spurs, and also we need to get those goal scorers in as well. So make sure you help us with the score predictions, and we'll pop those in the chat as they come through. Arsenal versus who are Arsenal playing again?
Look at the disrespect, man.
Bournemouth away. Wait, it's Bournemouth away. Relax.
Wow.
It's Bournemouth away. Let's again. We'll run through the score predictions of all the teams as we do now, and then we'll look up the video. But Arsenal versus Bournemouth away. I don't think this is too much of a hard one to call.
A lot of injuries, though, isn't it?
Bruv, you get it? Like, I know Bournemouth pushed them. I don't see Billing them in it. I don't see Billing doing the mad thing. I just can't see it. Like, so I'm gonna say 2-0 Arsenal.
So, they've picked up a couple results.
They have done.
At home, innit?
I'm not saying it's impossible, innit? I just don't. I can't see it. I just think Arsenal are gonna have too much for them. So
yeah. I'm saying 2-0 as well. I was gonna go 3-0, but I'm gonna say 2-0 because of the injuries.
Yeah, because they're not dead food.
They're not dead food. No, they're not dead food. They're not dead food, and that's why. But I feel like we're a good team, man, and I think we're gonna have out of them 8 injuries. I feel like we'll have two back at least. I feel Declan Rice will probably be on the bench if anything, but he will be there. And I think we'll have one of Trossard or Martinelli there. You've got Reece Nelson. Yeah, I think one of them two will be there, I think. And then we've also got, ESR. I think I'm not his biggest fan, but this is his time to shine. I think this is the way that he can come back into the squad and really be trusted. I think you've got your defense. Tomiyasu, no matter what no one says, bro, like the guy is just a warrior. Like he's solid as hell.
Good.
So we've got our back 5 really and truly. Even though you might miss Saliba, you still got a back 5 there that is capable of doing some good stuff. And I think Odegaard's gonna have a big game, like against these lower opposition. He steps up, man. He steps up all the time. So for sure, I think we're gonna win. I just don't know how easy it will be, but I think we'll get 2 goals. And we never concede away from home. That might be my jinx, but we never concede. I think we've had 3 away games and we haven't conceded in one of them. Brentford away, Crystal Palace away, and Everton away. Yeah, so for me, and they were all 1-0 wins, funny enough. So I am going to go for a 2-0. I think we'll have a bit of a better showing, and then keep some of the players fresh for the Champions League, because we've got. Certain man wouldn't know about that on the panel this season, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah. But anyway, we move. But yeah, I'm going to go.
Everyone on the panel, say how it is, bro. Everyone but the Arsenal man on the panel.
Listen, you see me. You know what? I just like to put little bombs, and then just whoever. If the shoe fits, the shoe fits. You know what I'm saying? You know.
If you get hit by the shrapnel, sorry.
If the shoe
just quickly,
you know what I'm saying?
What's happening on now? 8, 9. What are we saying?
Listen, man. Listen. You know what? For me, like, he's there, innit? He's doing his thing. So we're not going to digress. We're not going to digress. We're talking score predictions. Score predictions. You get me? So Anyway, make sure you smash the like on the video, people in the chat. You get me?
Boy, I can't lie. Boy, score prediction. I'm going 3-1. 3-1 Arsenal. Jeez. Like for me, like Bournemouth, they got some good players. We know, like Solanke.
He might be out.
David Brooks, Christie. Oh, who Solanke?
Yeah, he might be out injured.
Oh, but either way, they got good. They got Billing there, like we said, Brooks, Christie. They got a couple good players, man. So it will be a bit tough, especially with our injuries. But like you said, Lee, I think our order, I think is 7 players that are injured currently. I think at least 2 make the bench at least. So I don't agree with it being Trossard or Martinelli. I think both of them are still out. I feel like Saka's actually back and he'll start. And jeez. I feel like to Rice as well. Rice will probably be on the bench or start. So we've got the squad. The squad's good enough to beat Bournemouth. So Jesus is there. Reece looking good. Smith Rowe back to his best. Looks like. So yeah, man, 3-1. 3-1 Arsenal still.
Nice. Havertz go okay?
Listen, like Lee said, he's there, innit? He's part of the squad.
Can I just get a straight answer, please?
Bro, I couldn't tell you. I don't know, bro. With Havertz right now, I don't know. I'm just hoping for the best in it. So I trust Mikel. That's what I'd say.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to go a 1-1 draw or 2-1 Arsenal win. but I think you man will struggle in it because of the injuries. That lineup that you have going on there is just not great in it. And if I'm Bournemouth,
it's still got 60% possession versus Brentford away. So
yeah, possession XG. That's not everything, bro.
That's control. You got control. You got the game.
Control. You can still concede chances, big chances.
Yeah, of course.
But,
we beat Brentford's first team. You know,
I know you might. Gunnerly, I haven't heard. Stop hearing about this all week, bro. I've been hearing this all week.
I'm just saying, innit?
Thank you, man. That's hard. Trust me, that's hard.
It's not easy to do that. You went there, and you got little jaw. So
yeah,
levels looking
out 4 minutes, but yeah, I'm hoping Bournemouth got something for me, bro.
All right. I'm gonna say, I think I said mine already. I said 2-0.
2-0. You said 2-0.
Yeah, I said 2-0. Chelsea. Who are Chelsea playing? Off the top of my head, Chelsea are playing Fulham. Chelsea are away to Fulham
Monday.
So, also, honestly, he's asking if Saka fit to play.
I think so.
I don't think he will be.
I don't know. Maybe I think he'll make bench. I think this was to see. I think that Brentford game was to see who's gonna start in his position. I don't know if we can risk him, especially with champs coming up. Like you lot said, I think he'll get some minutes. Either he starts and comes off early, or he comes on as a sub. I don't think he.
Yeah, no, he won't start. He'll come. I think he'll come off the bench if anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Chelsea versus Fulham. What are we saying? I think they're away as well.
I'm gonna go Fulham. I'm gonna say Fulham win, man. I think Fulham are gonna win.
Wow. I mean,
1-1.
I'll go 2-1. 2-1.
2-1 Fulham, yeah. That's a bit.
They got no strikers. Chelsea got no strikers.
Yeah, I was going to say they got no Jackson and no Brozier. Brozier's not quite ready yet. I don't think not quite ready yet. So they got no striker.
Sterling up top.
If you're banking on Brozier, if you're banking on Brozier, come on, man, you're not a serious.
Yeah, you're not at the level. I can't have Fulham, but it's the reason why I'm saying it's tough because Fulham are dead. I think Fulham are dead in it. I know we drew with them, but they're dead.
No, they're not dead. They're not dead food. Leno's been performing this season as well, fam.
Yeah, they got good. That's the thing about Fulham. They got good individuals, but as a team, I don't think they just have basic tactics, basic setup. Like they don't move me at all. I'll be real. So Chelsea, that's tough, man. I'm going because it's tough. I'm going 1-1. I can't think about 1-1.
The way Fulham.
Go on.
Nah, the way Chelsea man celebrated that win midweek killed me, fam. But I'll probably say a draw or a Chelsea win still. One of the two.
Do you know what? It's a difficult one. I think if Chelsea just go back to basics and do their 4-2-3-1 and kind of what they did in the cup, then I think they'll be all right. If Poch wants to keep overcomplicating this stuff, because Cole will look so much more comfortable as an actual centre back. Like I think if they go back to what they know, I think he'll be fine. But if Poch does this digging his own grave thing, I think they're in for another 2-0 defeat. No goals, conceding 2. If Sanchez, like for me, João Pedro and Ansu Fati, blood on their hands for Brighton going out. Blood on their hands in that Carabao Cup game, innit? The chances that they missed. So yeah, man. But one thing you can't ignore is the man, Paulinho. He's the difference between Fulham being 13th, 14th, and Fulham being 7th, 8th. I think he's that good in it.
This is what I was gonna say, bro. They've only looking at their results, but they've only bagged more than once in one game, and that was against us. Obviously, with that last second goal. So for me, if Chelsea can keep it clean, it will go a long way to beating these man in it, because these man they don't really score goals. Like against Luton, they bagged 1. They couldn't bag against Palace. They conceded 5 to City. They couldn't bag against. No, they beat Everton. That's the only team in it. Yeah,
Fulham have had goal scoring issues. It's because Jimenez. I don't know what's going on. Yeah.
And
Fulham
Chelsea haven't
hasn't-
conceded loads of goals. Like, despite we know they've been stinky, but they haven't
Remember as well,
conceded a lot.
Fulham scored against Man City. You know, they went 1-0 up. It's not like they're
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah, they can
Because, but
score. They
you know what
can
it is
score.
though? Realistically, Mitrovic, as much as Jimenez was the guy, since the unfortunate injury, bro, he ain't been the same, and he's not Mitrovic. He's not Mitrovic, innit? Like, as much as we say it, you know what I'm saying? I think if they kept Mitrovic, I think Fulham would have been a serious outfit this season. I just think right now, I don't know if Jimenez was the right guy. Maybe he just needs a bit more time. But I'm looking at Fulham and going, I don't know if they got a lot of goals in them. I'm going to go 1-1. I'm going to go 1-1.
By the way, who's playing right back for Chelsea? Who played midweek?
No clue.
Cucurella. They'll have Cucurella and then Cole
Cucurella,
left
yeah.
back, and then they'll put the Sassy with Thiago
Or-
Silva.
or
Thiago
Bailey.
Silva's
Cucurella on the
horrible
right.
as well. Their
Yeah,
team is.
bro,
Why
Silva's
do
declining.
man keep playing Thiago Silva?
Let me read you their team. Their team will be Sanchez in this at goal, Levi Cole left back, Thiago Silva centre back with Disasi, Mark Cucurella, DM or the holding. It will be Gallagher with Caicedo. On the right will probably be Palmer with Enzo, and then Mudryk on the left, who looks a lot better, and then Sterling up top.
Do you know what? That attack's not bad, you know.
Their attack's okay. Their attack's
No, but we've been saying this. We can't keep doing this. We've been saying this all season and last season, and look what
It's
they've
the
been
names.
doing. They've
It's
been
the
turning
names
up
thing.
dead.
It's the
Dead.
names thing.
On paper,
Dead.
The names
I
on
stick-
on
I
paper,
buy
you'll be
it.
like, Ross.
I'm sticking to my thing. I still think Thiago Silva's got cataracts. I think Badia Shield needs to play. I think Badia should play, bro. I think he's
cataracts
bro.
in your eyes. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
But no, Buddy Shield's out anyway. He's injured.
Oh, he's still
Yeah.
injured.
Badia's still
Well,
injured.
It's
Yeah.
still injured.
Buddy Shield,
the old man with the walking stick would still be playing even if Badia Shield was fit. But
Chalobah, Fofana, Reece James, Lavia, and Kunku and Chilwell and Nicholas Jackson and Gusto, they're all out or suspended.
okay. Well, let's move on to Man United versus Crystal Palace. We'll move on because we've got to round this off in a second. So I'll start. I believe, man, you got this. I think Amrabat's going to give them the boost they need to get a result. I still think the football's going to be haram, but I think with Mount and Amrabat back, I think we see a slightly better Manchester United. I'm going to say 2-0 United. E?
Who are they playing, sir?
Palace.
Yeah. 2-0.
Wait, is that OT? Hold on, let me double check that.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah, it's
OT.
not OT. Man,
Oh,
so when
yeah,
they don't play anywhere else. Come on, bro.
Bro, these man literally.
Yeah.
I've never seen
When are they not at OT?
literally.
When are they
Oh,
not at
that's
OT?
true, innit? I'm gonna say 1-1. 1-1 United.
Kids? Chat, join in as well, by the way. Chat, let me know what your Man United versus Palace score predictions are going to be as well.
If Edward's fit, I'm going 2-1 United. If Edward's not fit, I'm going 2-0.
I don't think he is fit. No. He was on the bench, wasn't he?
I don't know. I'm sure he
that
got a
game?
hammy against Villa. I think it was one of those games. So he might be injured. So I'm going 2-0 still.
Gunilly?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I hate Man United, but it's something personal with these Crystal Palace this team, bro. My nephew supports them, bro. I want him to go down. I want him to get relegated. So I'm gonna say,
Oh, man said
I hate them, bro. Listen, shout out to my nephew, man. He lives around the corner from Crystal
wait, is that
Palace.
the one you said you go Gucci? Is that the one?
Yeah. Palace wash though, man. They're washed, man. They're shockingly bad. So not only do they play crap football, but I need them to go down. So my nephew, he supports Arsenal and he supports Crystal Palace. So once they go down, he's an Arsenal
Get
supporter.
into the red side. Now I hear it.
I'm gonna say 4-0, man. I'm gonna say 4-0.
Wait, Assad said, thank you, Gunilly. They're so useless. They offer nothing to the league.
Nah,
man.
that's so true, you know.
They're so dead. They're
It's
so dead.
true.
They're
It's
so
true.
dead, man. Like Eze balling out, yeah, cool. I like the what's the other buddy's name? Elise and all of that, but bro, like they're stinky, man. Like they're dead, man. Like they're dead.
Palace are dead still. They're dead.
I hear it still. Casey, last one. Casey.
I think United are going to win this 2-0. I don't think Crystal Palace are scoring. Unless they're single Platts FC.
That is going to be. Wait,
Bro,
that
it's
might
true
be-
though.
That
It's
might
just
be the one.
True. It's
It's
so
just
true.
pure Mandem vibes.
It's
Like, and don't
Mandem
get me wrong,
vibes.
like,
I saw
I
Battle in the
like-
Why
Gym.
did you man rate that?
Against
That's a
Palace.
good thing, fam.
Listen,
Yeah, it's a
I
good
like
thing,
the
but you're
Mandem.
good.
I like the
I need
Mandem thing
people
in
to
it. Like, I like Crystal
good at
Palace
football.
because it gives the London vibe in it. But bro,
Yeah.
man, just stop wasting man's time, bro. You ain't doing nothing. You're just there. Like,
If I need them to drop, if I have to rely on them to drop points, or sorry, for a big 16 to drop points, I can't rely on
you
Palace.
can't, bro.
That's why I just got to say you need to go if it's that.
They're dead. We had 10 men against them, and I felt calm, bro.
Yeah,
Literally
bro,
calm.
I promise you, I was so calm. They're so bad. It's a joke.
Yeah, South London cage borders. There's another game we're missing.
City.
City in it. Who was City playing? See, my memories.
Wolves away.
Wolves away.
City go to the Molyneux. Yeah, City go to the Molyneux.
It's calm, man. It's calm.
What are we saying? 3 or 4?
Three.
What are we saying? Because
I think they get their lick back.
This is the angry City.
You know
What
how
we
it
saying?
is. Yeah,
3,
you
4,
know how
5.
it is.
3, 4,
Nah,
5.
But it's Rodri still suspended, isn't it?
I'm going 2-0.
Wait, Montel,
2-0.
just-
I'm going 2-0.
Sorry. I'm just thinking, Rodri's still suspended, isn't he?
Yeah, Rodri's out.
So is it Calvin Phillips again in that midfield, or?
Yeah, it's Cal Fields. It's Cal Freezy. It's Cal Freezy.
No. It's gonna
I don't
be
know about Cal
the
Freezy,
Portuguese
you
guy
know.
with Kovacic.
No, he'll play in the pivot.
Oh, Nunes.
No. Nunez plays in the pivot, bro. He plays in the 8. He gets
That's
forward
like,
as
bro.
well.
No,
For
but they
me,
got
this isn't going to
Foden,
be
remember
as
they got
free
Foden,
flowing.
They got Grealish, they got Doku, Bernardo Silva's out, and they've got another brother. They got someone
Bro,
else.
they'll play Phillips. They're 100%.
Nah, I can't see that, man.
You know what? Yeah, I don't think City are winning.
2-0.
Yeah, see,
2-0.
it's the Phillips
I
thing
like that
that's
feeling
really
as well.
got my head doing this, bro.
Bro, Wolves
Phillips ain't
Wolves
great.
attack. Yeah, Wolves attack. It's a problem. As much as like I think they're not as great as a team, their attack can cause you big problems, bro. They got Neto.
I know. Cool. Hear what I'm saying to you though. How do you get past Garvio, bloody what's his name? Ake,
Akanji.
Diaz, Akanji, bro. How do you get a goal past that, bro?
Yeah,
Come on,
I hear that, but
bro, look
when
what
you look-
Cunha did against Liverpool. Man missed an
Yeah.
open goal, bro. Come on, man. We can't.
that's my point. They're getting in them positions. You know what I'm trying to say? So they could do a thing.
Nah,
They
man,
could.
they ain't doing jack squiggly, bro. 2-0, bro.
And especially if Rodri ain't playing. Because Rodri was
Yeah,
key, bro.
If you're not playing, they could just break through that because Phillips ain't
Break
going
through that,
Alright,
because
then
Phillips
tell me
is
how,
not
yeah,
that
bro,
guy.
even against Newcastle, yeah. How you getting the ball off of them? How you getting the ball off of them, bro? They keep
Bro,
the
Newcastle pressed the life out of.
ball. Of course,
pressed the life out of
Newcastle
City.
were dead.
Yeah, first half they were
half,
dead food, but second half they were conserving their energy. Clearly,
Bro, they had no what's his name? Haaland. They had no they didn't have no Kovacic. Bro, they had no Doku. Grealish was locked up, bro. They're smoking him, bro. They're smoking him.
Yeah, let's cool. Clearly we've got a disagreement there. Let's get to score predictions. I'm saying right now, City are winning 4-1. Calling it.
No way, bro. No way. I'm saying 2-0.
Right,
We'll go.
you're saying 2-0.
I'm agreeing.
Chat, let me know your score predictions as well, chat in the chat. Make sure you put your
I say
score predictions.
2-1 City. 2-1
Kiz?
City. Close to, I think it's close to the
I'm going 2-2.
Can we just come in before I give you let you do your predictions? Are you man forgetting that? I think what's his name? What's the other brother's name? Alvarez. He's got 8 goals in 8 games. Are we forgetting that?
You know,
Come
that's
on,
what I'm
bro.
saying.
You
That's
guys are
the
crazy,
2.
bro.
That's the 2. I think it'll be 2-2.
You're crazy, bro. You're actually crazy, bro.
It's more hope than belief, but
Nah.
I knew it.
I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, the brother's got 8 goals in 8 games, you know. I couldn't even believe when I heard that stat today. That's crazy.
Bro,
so you got Haaland, Alvarez.
Man, you know Wolves have only scored more than 2 goals once, and that was in the 3-2 loss versus Palace this season.
Yeah, no, I know.
Bro, hold on. I just clocked. No. You man, I'm not letting you lot do this. You're telling me a team that couldn't beat Luton are gonna beat Man City? Come on, please.
No, not beat. No, not win.
No, I said 2-1 City. I said 2-1 City.
1 goal.
I think they're gonna bag. I don't think it's gonna be easy cutting them open 3, 4, 5 goals. I don't think so. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, City with no Rodri, we've not seen that in a while, innit? in a while.
Please,
And
come
that's what I'm
on.
saying.
They couldn't beat Luton.
Yeah, listen,
guys, we have to wrap up. We got to wrap up. But
two
man,
in it,
listen.
please.
You saying the only time you man disagree with each other when you're talking about another team?
Come on, my buddy.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, once you're seeing it live,
that's how much of an opposite you are to me. I said it.
You read us.
I'm running out. I'm running out. I'm running out.
Life is good, you know. Life's good, bro. I mean, life's good when you're at the top, innit, man? Life's good.
Trust me.
You lot, listen, people. There's 135 likes, and we got 75 people still watching. If you haven't liked the video, please make sure you do. Let's try and get to at least 150, and then rise it in the watchbacks to at least 200. It's been a brilliant show. Is anyone wants to say before we close this one off?
No, just good luck to
Come on,
this
Spurs.
weekend,
Come
man.
on, Spurs, man.
Yeah,
Come on, Spurs.
Good luck to everyone.
Please,
Come on,
man.
Spurs.
Big games, man.
Because
Even
you
for the
man
ones
don't
that ain't here.
realise
I know, young bucks. I beg you win, please, man. Please, man.
Listen, young buck.
Wait, hold on. I just need to ask because we're wrapping up. Am I invited on the show on Sunday? Because I need to see like
Of
for the
course.
aftermath. Innit? Am I invited on the show?
You've always got the keys.
Come on, man. You got.
I don't know about that.
Like, 'cause last week I heard my ears were burning and I was summoned on the show. Like after, so am I allowed on the show on the Sunday? Like, is like, well, go on.
Yeah, you're allowed on the show. Bro. It's a bit mad having 3 Arsenal fans, but we'll let you have your lick back in it.
Listen, I'm gonna make sure that what time is the slot again? What time? Because I'm gonna make sure I'm free.
7:30 to 8:30.
Listen, don't worry. 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. I'm there. Don't worry about that. I'm there.
I said 6.
Wait, man said 6 o'clock.
I'm there. I'm there early. And I'm gonna smash that light over and over again.
Early. That's what I'm there.
I said I'm there early.
I'm there before the game's even finished. I'm there.
How about this? I knew I saw someone familiar when I was looking at this picture. Listen to me. I knew I saw something familiar.
Listen,
you can't lose this game because Lee's gonna look like Lee's
You can't lose this game. We'll go halves.
You must not afford that because if
I'm gonna get my lick back.
Remember that.
I'm gonna get my lick back.
Trust me, one of you man is gonna hold it around.
Listen, and you know what? I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's personal with Monts. I need.
I'll take either. Monts or Eve.
I'll take a draw. No, I'll take a draw.
I must be.
I will take a draw happily.
If I lose to Monts, you can't chat, fam. I don't get it.
Bro, if you man draw, Ethan, if you man draw and we win, we go above both of you. You know that, innit?
There you go.
So, but all I want to know, yeah.
You know what's fine? They play City after that, so it's cool.
Yeah. So wait, what's up? All I'll say, yeah.
We win.
Last 2 on games.
Yeah, make sure.
Hashtag short-lived.
Make sure. That's what I want to say. Make sure you use it. Make sure.
Man said, speak soon.
Hey, it's been another episode of BSB, man. We're gonna catch you lot on Sunday, man. Be there, 7:30. Let's go, man. Big up the chat.